Hello everyone and welcome to a very special edition of VOA's Red Carpet, our 300th episode. We couldn't have done it without you, our amazing viewers. So thank you for tuning in every week after week. I'm your host, Jackson Vunganyi, and we've got an exciting show lined up for you. First, we're heading to South Africa, where a state-of-the-art digital dome is giving us a whole new way to explore the universe. And then we're off to the 2025 Chicago Auto Show to check out the latest innovations shaping the future of the car industry. That is not all. Grammy-winning gospel artist Jonathan McReynolds joins us for an exclusive interview. Those stories and more right here on the Red Carpet. Let's go! San Diego FC just brought some serious star power to their ownership group. Nigerian singer, songwriter and producer Tems, yes, the two-time Grammy winner and Oscar-nominated artist, is now a club partner. This venture marks a historic milestone, especially for Tems, as she becomes the first African-born woman to own a professional sports team. The team also announced that Senegalese-American actress and producer Issa Rae is also one of the new owners of the team. An old planetarium in Johannesburg has been transformed into the state-of-the-art Wits Anglo-American Digital Dome. After undergoing major renovations, the facility offers visitors an immersive look at the wonders of the universe. Zahil Kasim reports from Johannesburg.
Curious visitors and astronomy fans joined the official launch this month of the Wits Anglo-American Digital Dome of the University of the Witwatersrand, formerly known as the Wits Planetarium. Nestled in the heart of Johannesburg, the state-of-the-art dome offers a rare and immersive look at the universe.
This kind of a view, like the 360-degree image and the audio, gives you what is called an immersive environment, where you feel that you're part of the journey, like whatever is happening in the dome, you're kind of in part of the journey. So if you're flying through the stars, you feel like you're actually flying through the stars.
The facility says it is the largest of its kind in the Southern Hemisphere. It offers not only a spectacular experience, but also a teaching venue and collaboration hub for scientists, artists, and students. Officials say here they can bring their work to life in dazzling, immersive detail.
When I was at school, I came here. So I said, one day when I have my own kids, I would love to bring them. So when we looked on Google, we realized it's still existing. So that's when we decided we're going to come, and lucky for us, we saw today their opening.
The old-school analog Zeiss projector, once the heart of the planetarium, has been swapped out for a futuristic setup. 10 digital projectors now beam an ultra-crisp 8K resolution picture across the entire dome. On this day, the featured show is Cosmic Collisions. It is one of 6 productions donated by the American Museum of Natural History in New York. Each show costs about $1 million to produce, making them a valuable contribution to science education in Africa, according to the former National Research Foundation's Beverly Damone.
The fact that we are under license to them, but without the payment of a license fee for 2 years, means that really we have content, high quality content that we can share with our public audiences without incurring astronomical costs at this stage.
The films will be showcased until 2026, allowing visitors like Cindy Pinar and her family to experience world-class science education. And her son Christian was over the moon.
And you get to learn and experience a lot instead of just watching it from a phone on YouTube or whatever, instead of experiencing it in real life.
The Wits Anglo-American Digital Dome plans to create their own content after the donated films end their run. Zahil Kasim, VOA News, Johannesburg, South Africa.
The latest offerings for electric vehicles took center stage at the 2025 Chicago Auto Show as some federal tax incentives could end. VOA's Ken Farabo has more.
It sounds like an engine, and it might feel like an engine. But what propels the new Dodge Charger isn't an internal combustion engine at all. It's a fully electric vehicle, or EV. And while the sounds and smell of tires burning rubber are real, the hallmarks of a throaty exhaust are artificial.
I think you will forget that it's an EV.
Ryan Nagoti is vice president for interior design at Stellantis, which owns the Dodge brand. The Charger has long been an icon of the gasoline-powered American muscle car era. Nagoti says turning it into an EV, with certain models exceeding $60,000, was a leap of faith for Dodge.
We know that that's where, the country's heading, and it takes time.
A tax credit of up to $7,500. President Donald Trump has signaled plans to end the credit. Nagoti says those incentives weren't a major factor in the Charger's EV development.
You're getting a different customer coming to this vehicle, right? That's not their first and foremost thought.
Even so, incentives helped fuel an EV buying surge last year in the U.S., Cox Automotive reports, with about 1.3 million new vehicles sold, a 7.3% increase over sales in 2023.
Toyota has 19 electrified vehicles, so that includes hybrids, plug-in hybrids, fuel cell EV, and electric vehicles.
None of which qualify for the current federal EV tax credit. Toyota's only fully electric vehicle in North America, the BZ4X, also doesn't qualify because it's manufactured outside the United States. In December, Toyota announced it was cutting the price of its BZ4X by up to $6,000.
We're seeing that electric vehicles are getting cheaper.
Mega Lakchora is the electric vehicle officer for the state of Illinois, which is continuing a $4,000 state rebate for purchasing a fully electric vehicle. She joined Melissa Washington, a senior vice president at energy supplier ComEd, at an auto show news conference.
We have $100 million in rebates that are being made available in 2025 for customers to adopt EVs. And that's going to be for all customers, our residential customers, our commercial customers, and public sector customers.
Kane Fairbaugh, VOA News, Chicago.
American Ghanaian gospel artist and author Jonathan McReynolds won his second Grammy at this year's awards after being featured in the song One Hallelujah with artists Tasha Leonard, Erica Campbell, Jekalyn Carr, and Israel Houghton. Fresh off their win for Best Gospel Performance, McReynolds stopped by VOA Studios to discuss with Peter Clotty more about how his musical career started, his recent Grammy, and his latest projects. Let's check it out.
It started in a dorm room. So I'm from Chicago. I went to school in Chicago as well, college. It's called Columbia College in Chicago. It's a big arts and media school. Love it. Every day, in between classes, I would sit in front of my computer and my laptop, and I would just try to make music. I got one credit card. It had an $800 credit limit, and I maxed it out on a laptop and some speakers. And I was just making music, and then one day, some of that music that I put out, it got sent around, and a well-known radio personality at the time in Chicago, he got a hold of it. He played on the radio one day, and then he asked me to come sing at his church, and his church was 10,000 people. And so that was the start of my career.
Your second Grammy Award. Tell me how you felt when you were called and told, hey, Jonathan, this is number 2 for you.
Woo! Let's go! No, it was really cool to, hear the name being called. I was just like, yes. But then what was even better, my artist who I signed to my label, her name is Doe. She's an incredible artist as well. She won a Grammy as well.
Wow.
And so that just really, made it like a championship game for me.
Wow.
It's always beautiful to be recognized for your contribution to music. So to see it all come and lead up to an actual Grammy Award where your peers voted for you and thought that it was a good body of work, that just means the world. I, in November, became a dual citizen. So now I am American, but also Ghanaian, and I'm so proud. You'd be surprised how the black community in America, we miss our family in Africa. I think sometimes we are a little too simple in how we think of people. We love to just categorize them and just throw them in a box. Because of what they're famous for, that's the totality of who they are. That's not fair. You would be absolutely surprised to know that people are in different places in their Christian walk, whether they sing gospel or whether they sing R&B or pop or anything. And so I love not connecting with just a secular artist. Coming from the heart, it's been a long time coming, we done been fell apart. Now you wanna work this out, but I don't think it's gonna change. I do, but you don't. I love connecting with the Christian that's singing secular music. I love connecting with the believer that found themselves over maybe not singing gospel. But I love finding the believer because they have a story, they have a testimony, and sometimes all they're looking for is a reason and a way to sing their heart song. I know you know me as a musician, but I'm actually releasing my second book, February 18th. It's called Before You Climb Any Higher, and I'm so excited about it. It is a book about really learning to be successful, but not consumed with success.
Saturday Night Live has been a staple of American television comedy for 50 years, launching stars and shaping culture. On Sunday night, fans and famous alumni gathered in New York City to celebrate this milestone. Aaron Running reports from the Big Apple.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night!
For 5 decades, Saturday Night Live has been a comedy powerhouse shaping the careers of stars like Bill Murray, Eddie Murphy, Will Ferrell, and Tina Fey. Tonight, many of them are back to honor the show that gave them their start. Outside NBC studios in New York City, fans gathered hoping for a glimpse of their favorite comedy icons and A-list stars. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, Jerry Seinfeld, and actor Kevin Costner were among the big names who attended Sunday night's program, highlighting SNL's massive cultural influence.
It's a cultural experience for a lot of people. You know, they're the kind of heartbeat of comedy for most of America.
You could be relatively obscure and then suddenly from appearing on this show have a huge amount of attention and notoriety.
TV critic Allison Herman says the show isn't just about laughs, it has shaped generations of comedy and the way we see the world.
Saturday Night Live is the longest standing comedy institution in America. The longer it goes on, the more self-evidently important it becomes. Has repeatedly proved its own significance by minting generation after generation of comedy stars.
Over the years, SNL has left its mark on politics too. From Chevy Chase's clumsy President Gerald Ford to Alec Baldwin's President Donald Trump, the show's impressions have shaped how Americans see their leaders. Trump himself even hosted the show in 2015 during his first presidential run.
So I think in politics, as with everything else, SNL has kind of functioned as a bellwether. A performer's impression has crystallized something about the persona being impersonated in the public consciousness that hadn't really broken through.
Music has always been a major part of SNL. Over the years, legends like Prince, Nirvana, Beyonce, and Taylor Swift have taken the stage, and tonight's celebration is no different, with performances from some of the biggest names in music. 50 years strong, SNL keeps the laughs coming. And who knows, in another 50 years, these fans' grandchildren might be here celebrating its 100th anniversary. Aaron Rainin, VOA News, New York City.
And thanks for watching VOA's Red Carpet's 300th episode. For more entertainment news, remember to check us out at voaafrica.com. We are also on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. Until next time, goodbye everyone.